Yeah. Yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to this fine Friday edition of BS with Hannas. It's time for some BS. It's time for some bullshit, and good morning. Little YouTube morning BS hangout fucking session on a fine Friday morning. Welcome to it. Whole premise of this, I'll wake up and take a nice walk, read some good stuff, talk to the people. A little behind schedule today. But I shouldn't even say that because that presupposes I have a schedule. Nope. Ripping it, shooting from the hip, improving it. But it's all good. It's a beautiful Friday. Yeah, man, it's fucking cold out. It's funny. One of the things that I notice, maybe it's a poetic thing. Maybe I'm just looking deeply into something that doesn't need to be deeply looked at. But dude, I like walking the same route. When I take my walks, I walk the same route. It's the same streets, the same turns. And I've been doing it long enough that it's through the seasons you really see the difference. And today in particular, it was quiet, just quiet and cold. When I'm consistently walking the same places in the mornings, you get used to it. You know, it's kind of autopilot, routine, dare I say. And over the summer, over the spring, over the fall, there's a lot of noise. There's rustling in the woods. There's fucking all different types of birds, different chatter, landscapers, and the people are on different schedules. But as it's now, it's like ghostly quiet out there. And all you hear is the crows. It's just the crows. And because it's so quiet, the crow's noises are just loud. Crows and squirrels. It sticks out to me. It makes me, and obviously the foliage is down. All the trees are bare. I'm just like, damn, it's wintertime now. Fuck me and my sensations. Obviously it's cold, which is what you can't ignore. But the rest, it's just so interesting to me, dude, watching the sun when the sun is at different places, a different rising trajectory, when the moon is always doing different things. I find beauty in that. And as it's the end of the year, I become more reflective. I become more, let me just really take stock of all of it. So it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing on a Friday. Kind of depressing, though. It doesn't really fire me up. It doesn't really make me want to fucking get out and get some. But that's okay. That's what coffee's for. That's what high-powered Ghost pre-workout is for. Right to the face when I'm driving. So, end of the year, it's Wrapped season, everybody. Everyone's posting their Spotify Wrapped. And everyone's posting their memes saying how stupid it is that everyone's posting their Spotify Wrapped. I think this shit's cool. I think it's awesome when people post what they're listening to because I'm a music guy anyway. I'm interested in that. I like seeing what the music heads that I know, people I know that are very musically oriented, I like seeing what they're listening to all throughout the year. I like seeing what comes out on top. If I know people who are all about the music, let's just say, and there's like one song they've listened to 500 times, I'm curious about that. What do people spend their time listening to? As someone who makes music and would like people to listen to my music, what compels somebody to listen to 500 hours of Taylor Swift, for example? Or like, there's so many different things. Some people I know, it's always Radiohead, Gregorian chants for the win. I know a couple people who fucking listen to Gregorian chants casually, and that's fascinating to me. That's not how I get down, My boy Maddie says he lifts to Gregorian chants, and like I can kind of get that. It's just so interesting to me what somebody chooses to put on at any given time. I talk often about how what you read is like a mental diet. What you listen to also is 100%. I don't know that I would get in my car and put on classical or chanting or something like that. When I get in my car, I like to listen to talk radio or podcasts or mind kind of crafting things, or it's just metal. Sometimes I'm in a blues mood, you know? Not so much in a rap mood. I gotta be in a specific mood to just put on the rap playlist and just fucking bob my head. But for the most part, it's metal rock but I'm seasonal with the shit too. I listen to a lot of country and bluegrass and southern styled stuff when it's springtime, when it goes from cold to warm. Then when it goes from warm to cold, kind of changes what I get down with. So it's always very interesting. And then there's always the contrarians. No one cares about your Spotify Wrapped. And some of those memes are pretty fucking funny. I gotta sneeze. Oh no. Oh shit. It's so annoying. No, come on, pussy. Fucking the sneeze won't come out live. Probably look all stupid and shit. That's all right. I've never sneezed on a live stream. That was so uncomfortable. But yeah, everyone loves posting their Spotify Wrapped. Mine is funny. I don't use Spotify. I use Amazon streaming. The logic there is I'm already paying for Amazon Prime like a fucking idiot. Here I am paying the masters, the oligarchs, the capitalist rulers of the world. I'd rather pay one company twice than two companies once. That's just me. And then all the musicians get mad at Spotify because they don't pay their artists anything. I doubt Amazon does either, but we're all still streaming music. Everyone's still got some kind of yearly review thing. Mine is funny. Mine's like the same thing every year. What do I got? I took a screenshot of it. If I can find it. Yup, here we go. My top artist this year. Number 5, Nicki B. Hannas, because I'm a massive fan of myself. You can find my music at nickibhannas.com or nickibhannas.bandcamp.com. Some fucking heavy blues metal. Number 4, Marble Tomb, which is a badass Christian black metal band. And they're fucking sick. And once I found that band, it was like every day. That's my gym high thumos music. As soon as I fucking start lifting, it's just boom. Dawn of the Vertical Flame is the album. Found it, and it was just instantaneously like, this is awesome. I'm going to just blast this shit all the time. So I did. The number 4 spot. Number 3, we have Yellow Wolf. Big Yellow Wolf fan. I love the combination of like insightful, kind of country styled, poetic, but also like trashy face tattoo having, like smart ass white boy fucking rap. Big fan of Yellow Wolf. I didn't think I listened to that much of him this year. But I also think he put out a new album this year, so that's probably where half of it came from. War Story. I don't think that was last year. But yeah, very on brand. Very on brand for me. Number 2, Rory Gallagher. Rory Gallagher is the one of the baddest men, if not the baddest man to ever play a fucking Fender Stratocaster. Can't get enough of that. I listen to Rory Gallagher and just take notes, dude. Complete wizard on the slide. Very on brand so far. Myself, the fucking extreme metal band Yellow Wolf and Rory Gallagher, and at number 1, Warbringer. Oh yes. Very on brand. And I don't feel inclined to post it all necessarily. I like watching other people post it. But it is interesting for me. I get my 5. I'm thinking to myself, what did I spend the most time blasting into my eardrums over the year? And if I'm spending all this time listening to this shit, how does that affect my shit? How does that affect what I'm saying here? How does that affect what I'm fucking recording and writing and what's next to be written and recorded and my creative output? Because there's a relationship between all that. I wonder what kind of interesting conversations you'll have with someone who spends 500 hours listening to who's the 1% listener of Taylor Swift. According to Amazon, I'm a 1% listener, top 1% listener of Warbringer. Smaller sample size on Amazon Music versus Spotify for sure. But there's like obsessed people. Those are the cats that run like fan pages and shit. Who's the top 1% listener of Metallica? Interesting. Very interesting. I think it's fun. And we all need a little fun in this life. Maybe I just think it's fun because it's something I'm interested in. That's my top 5. My fucking year wraps on the music app. And then apparently YouTube gives you a yearly wrapped as well. And I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I found that interesting. And according to YouTube, my top interests are mindset techniques, personal development strategies, spiritual exploration, financial independence, business opportunities. So that makes me sound like I'm smart. It makes me sound like I'm better than everybody. I'm using my time listening to real important stuff. True. I don't know what other categories there are on YouTube. What are your top in like, what are the other top interests out there? I feel like you've got all this that thing about the smartphones and the internet and technology. We've got all this information at our fucking fingertips. So what are we doing with it? Is it mind rot, as the kids say? Is it cheap entertainment? Is it like slop, as some people like to say? Because there's a lot of cheap entertainment and sloppy bullshit out there. Would I be better off spending my time on that? Is it more masturbatory to listen to mindset techniques and personal development strategies, but never implement them? I'd like to think I implement some of them. So it's cool that YouTube shows you this. I think it's definitely cool YouTube shows you this stuff. YouTube tells me I'm goal oriented. You're focused on personal growth and achieving your goals, exploring strategies for success. And that begs the question, you can explore those strategies all you want, but do you implement them ever? Do you do anything about it? Or do you just listen? Do you just listen and apply wishful thinking and one day isms and fucking so on and so forth? Try not to. YouTube tells me I'm thoughtful. I dig deep into complex topics, exploring different perspectives and ideas. I like to think so. Maybe the algorithm knows me better than I know me. Philosophical discussion, spiritual insights, historical events. So here's your summary of BS with Hannas. This is what this is all about. Maybe I'll use this in the future. I'm resourceful, according to YouTube. That's very debatable, but I digress. You're interested in practical skills and how to make the most of what you have. That's true. But how can I even say, oh, that's true? No, YouTube knows me so well. Oh, I knew it. How much of this is like validation or approval seeking through an algorithm that's just tracking my clicks and what I watch and recording all of it? But, there's something to be said for it. So much shit on YouTube, so much shit out here on the internet. And a lot of it's borderline pollution, mind pollution. What the fuck did you say, Jerome? That doesn't make any sense. Pseudo useful? Don't distract me. I'm talking about what YouTube tells me about myself on my own podcast, motherfucker. The sides of you, according to YouTube. Oh, there we go. There's the real shit. I love some pseudo intellectualism in the morning. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's a long way of saying bullshitting, though, which is the whole point. And you know what? Fuck you, Jerome. YouTube tells me I'm goal-oriented, thoughtful, and resourceful. What's it say about you? You smoking that pot? Shit. YouTube tells me I'm the self-improver. I'm 2% of people. You're drawn to content that helps you grow and reach your full potential. You've watched personal development strategies and motivational speeches to improve yourself. Most compatible with the skill builder and the philosopher. But just like Death says in the song The Philosopher, you know so much about nothing at all. There's a big opposite side to all this shit that I try to be conscious of. How much of consuming all this stuff is just indulgence? What do you do with it? That's the most important thing. How do you apply it? How do you actually implement any of this stuff into your life? Or else it's all just like circle jerking, dude. There's like no point to it. It makes you feel good. It makes me feel good a little bit when I'm like, yeah, YouTube recognizes the game. YouTube knows what I'm trying to do. YouTube knows what I'm doing. You guys don't know what I'm doing. Now you sound like that little bitch who's fucking, you ain't got nothing to show for it, but you're so convinced that you're right. Got to be careful with that. But it is good. I think this shit's cool, man. The year in review. Let's use that technology for good. It can provide tremendous insight, I think. Early 2025, I was focused on personal growth. Yeah, it does like the early of the part of the year, the middle part of the year, the later part of the year. It's interesting. My YouTube award. I'm most likely to find the hidden meaning in everyday situations and share it with everyone. Share it with the people. The hidden meaning in everyday situations. Sophistry and pseudo-intellectualism is the other side of that. 100%. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So yeah, that was my Wrapped. Lots of Warbringer, lots of Rory Gallagher, lots of what I believe to be useful things on YouTube, and that's the fucking shit I consume. I keep a list of all the books I read. I think I read more last year than this year. Pushing 30 books now, so that's good. That's all good stuff, and I've missed less than 20 days in the gym. Nah, fucking way less than 20. There's no way I missed 20 days in the gym. Less than 14. Less than 14 days. No days off. Despite back pains and shit. Despite fucking whatever. Yeah, definitely probably less than 10. So as we get closer to Christmas, as it gets cold out, as the crows start singing in quiet ass cold morning walks, I get reflective, man. It's time to just finish this year up, finish it strong. It's hard not to put the brakes on. It's hard not to just get too comfortable and just coast. Can't be doing that though. That's fucking the weak sauce. That's what the wise masters of personal development and strategy building, That's what they all say though. Everyone else starts to coast this time of year. Everyone else starts to fucking take it easy. If you don't take it easy, it puts you in the competition and competitive edge that is life, which is a good argument for. It is competition. There is a grind out here. There is a war out here that no one's safe from, even if we don't acknowledge it. If everyone else starts taking it easy, you start taking it easy with them, you'll get what they get. And if we profess to want more than what they got, you gotta fucking stay after it. So that's what I got for you on this fine Friday morning. Now it's time to fucking get some. Why do I work out every day? Jerome says, why do you work out every day? I thought rest days were important. Yeah, I mean, they are. They can be. It's a personal thing for me, dude. I work out every day just because I have that super soft, pussy ass, lazy, slovenly, slothish, just like, I hate that side of me. I have it in me, though. There's a famous Marcus Aurelius quote. Marcus Aurelius says, why do you hide under the covers? Is this what your life is about? Is your life reduced to just staying in bed and postponing and procrastinating, getting up and doing your duty? You know, your duty in life is to live your life, get up. And Marcus Aurelius, for better or worse, that's a fucking famous quote. And it's true, your life is your life. When you reduce your life to what the present tense is each individual day, and you choose to stay in bed because it's nice and warm and you're comfortable instead of going out and doing your duty, whatever that duty may be, that's dishonorable to oneself. And I have that bitch in me, and it's a loud bitch. That's what propelled all my drinking and all my bullshit. It's all this fucked up like existential procrastination. So the only way really for me to counteract that is to get up and fucking go lift every day. And then slowly, by not missing a bunch of days, by not missing any days over the period of a longer time, you become that dude who's fucking in there every day. And in my life, when I've observed other dudes who are fucking lifting and working out every day, there's no day off. They're just there. At one point, it was like, whoa, dude, don't you need a rest day? How's that possible? Isn't that counterproductive? That's not like, holy shit, how do you do it every day? That's undoable. That's unattainable. Well, I got sober, was around a couple dudes like that, and said, I want to be a dude like that. So now I do my best to not miss every single day. It makes me better. Every single day that I get in the gym before I go about my business is fucking just way better than if I miss. Straight up. Or if I choose not to. Makes me feel like I chose laziness. And maybe that's like psychological projection or something unhealthy. It depends who you ask. If you ask someone who's real into like counselor talk and academic language, it's probably a projection of some insecurity of this or of that, unhealed parts of my inner child or some fucking horse shit. To me, it's like, listen, I lift every day. It makes every day better. I want to be that type of motherfucker. It's very simple. I guess if you're exercising for spiritual growth, that's a different story. But if you're exercising for gains, you need some days off. Trust the science. Trademark. Ooh, yes. And the science is trademarked. Gains come, man. It's about who you are, not what you do. You go to the gym just for fucking results. It's better than not going to the gym. If you go to the gym if you go to the gym to fucking pour into you and change your identity, change who the fuck you are, gains will come. And they're not even that important at that point. What is important is fucking getting some, which I need to go do. I'm out here late on this fine Friday morning. But it's been real. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's a NASA is Satan without the T. That's why they always say T minus before takeoff. You're not wrong. I'm no friend of NASA. But like I said, Jerome, we don't do this shit before 10 a.m. The morning is all about getting better, which for me means doing this, talking to the people, reading some good shit, going to lift some weights. Then we go about my business, which includes slinging cheeseburgers and fries today. So fucking a happy Friday. I'm out of here. I got to go. This has been a fine Friday episode. BS with Hannas. That's me. Nikki B. Hannas on YouTube. BS with Hannas goes out to Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, so on and so forth. Spiraling, yes. The spiral is ever present, omnipresent, dare I say. If you like my music, if you want to check out my music, NikkiBHannas.com. Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services, NikkiBHannas.bandcamp.com. You want to see all the creative shit that I do, support the mission. Can't buy me a coffee yet, but that's all good. Patreon.com/Nikki B. Hannas. I've talked enough. It's time to ride. Time to get some. Peace.